As I walked through the dense forest, shivers ran down my spine. The shadows seemed to stretch and grasp at me with icy fingers. Little did I know that what awaited me in the heart of those woods would haunt me forever. Have you ever felt like you were being watched? Not in the passing glance of a stranger, but the unyielding gaze of something unseen, something sinister lurking just beyond your vision. That's how it began for me, a feeling of unease that crept into my bones as I ventured deeper into the woods. It was supposed to be a simple camping trip, a chance to escape the hustle and bustle of city life and reconnect with nature. But as the sun dipped below the horizon and darkness enveloped the forest, I realized I was not alone. Strange noises echoed through the trees, whispers carried on the wind that seemed to speak my name. I tried to brush it off as my imagination, but the sense of dread only grew stronger with each passing moment. Then came the figures, fleeting glimpses of twisted shapes darting between the trees, their eyes gleaming with malice. I thought I was hallucinating, that the isolation and darkness were playing tricks on my mind. But when I stumbled upon the clearing, that's when I knew the true horror of the forest. In the center stood a decrepit cabin, its windows shattered and walls adorned with strange symbols. And surrounding it were figures, not quite human, their movements jerky and unnatural. I should have turned and run, but something compelled me forward, drawing me towards the cabin like a moth to a flame. And as I stepped inside, the air grew thick with the stench of decay, and I realized with a sinking heart that I had stumbled upon something far more sinister than I could have ever imagined. For in that cabin, I found the remains of those who had come before me, their bodies twisted and contorted in agony. And as I turned to flee, I felt a cold hand close around my throat, a voice whispering in my ear words that chilled me to the bone. They say the forest has a memory, that it remembers all those who dare to trespass upon its domain. And as I stumbled out of those woods, shaken and broken, I knew that I would forever be haunted by the horrors that lurked within. It had been months since that fateful night in the forest, but the memories still haunted me like ghosts in the darkness. The twisted figures, the decaying cabin, the voices that whispered my name. I couldn't shake them from my mind. And so, fueled by a mix of curiosity and dread, I found myself returning to the place where it all began. This time, however, I wasn't alone. I had rallied a search party, eager to uncover the secrets that lay hidden within the depths of the forest. But as we ventured deeper into the woods, I could sense the unease growing among the group, a palpable tension that hung heavy in the air. I tried to reassure them, to convince them that whatever had happened before was nothing more than a trick of the mind. But deep down, I knew the truth. We were walking into the lion's den, and there was no turning back. As night fell and darkness descended upon the forest, the atmosphere became suffocating, the shadows seeming to come alive with a malevolent energy. And then, just as before, we stumbled upon the clearing, the decrepit cabin looming before us like a specter of death. But this time, there was something different, something sinister lurking in the darkness. Figures moved in the shadows, their eyes gleaming with a hunger that sent a shiver down my spine. I tried to warn the others, to tell them to run, but it was too late. The creatures descended upon us with a ferocity that was unmatched, tearing through the search party with an otherworldly strength. I watched in horror as my companions fell one by one, their screams echoing through the forest like a symphony of death. And then, just as suddenly as it had begun, the creatures were gone, leaving nothing but carnage in their wake. I was the only one left standing, the sole survivor of a nightmare that I could never forget. As I stumbled out of the forest, broken and bloodied, I knew that I would never be the same again. The secrets of the woods had claimed another victim, leaving me to wander the depths of my own nightmares for eternity. And as I collapsed to the ground, the darkness swallowing me whole, I knew that I would never return to that cursed place again.